Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and keep watching more details. Bold and Beautiful's Sean Kanan and Kimberlin Brown tease Shekin's upcoming story. Sheila and Deacon haven't had a whole lot to do on Bold and Beautiful lately, but all that is about to change according to a big tease by their portrayers, Kimberlin Brown and Sean Kanan. A recent potential storyline with Sheila and Remy was scrapped, and neither she nor Deacon have had much going on since the double murder that took place in his restaurant, killing two of his closest pals. While Il Giardino has rebounded since the tragedy, the characters have been left on the back burner. But it sounds as though the flame is about to be turned up to high for this duo. Earlier this week, we saw Sheila make another of her familiar pitches in hopes of connecting with her son Finn. This time around it was his father Jack she was imploring, and as one might expect, her pleadings fell on deaf ears. Jack showed nothing but disdain for the murderess he knocked of all those years ago, and then convinced into giving up her baby, so the boy could be raised by his wife, Leigh. Sheila's been like a dog with a bone when it comes to Finn, and her desire for a connection to her son may finally be about to come to fruition, although not in a way she ever imagined. In a recent Instagram Live, Brown and Kanan got together to let followers know about his upcoming book signing on February 8th at Barnes & Noble in Palm Desert, California at 2:00 p.m. The actor/author will be there in person, along with his co-star and his wife, to sign copies of his new book Way of the Cobra Couples. It was during this live that the twosome dished on what is coming up for their bold and beautiful characters, and let's just say their fans will be thrilled. While they couldn't give details, Brown and Kanan confirmed that things will be heating up for Sheila and Deacon in the very near future. They then went on to promise, it's going to get very interesting very fast. Many viewers will already have guessed exactly what's coming. On the heels of Leigh's paternity test on Jack, which proved that he is not the father of Luna, there's been heavy-duty foreshadowing that none other than Finn will in fact turn out to be Poppy's baby daddy. Of course, it could all be a red herring, but that's where the story seems to be headed. What does that have to do with Sheila and Deacon? Well, tons actually. If Finn turns out to be Luna's father, that means Sheila is her grandmother, and if nothing else, that would certainly explain the young woman's penchant for murder. That aside, there would be numerous implications, not to mention complications from such a reveal. First of all, any attempt on Finn's part to embrace his daughter is bound to cause a rift with his wife, who was drugged and held hostage by Luna, who was quite content to let Steffy die in a cage inside of a building scheduled for demolition. Any sign of trouble in Sin's paradise would be a boon to Sheila, who blames Steffy for keeping her from her son and grandson. It goes without saying that she might seek to take advantage and get her foot in the door with Finn. Sheila, of course, would want to cozy up to her new granddaughter as well. As we well know, Sheila's hunger for a family to love is downright voracious. Except, any plan to embrace Luna is definitely not going to go over well with her husband, who won't want anything to do with the young woman who murdered his two best friends. Talk about marital conflict. Kanan and Brown's tease fits with this scenario, but of course, we'll have to tune in to find out what actually goes down with Luna's paternity and Shekin's explosive upcoming storyline. Watch the Bold and Beautiful star's full Instagram Live below. Bold and Beautiful's Sean Kanan and Kimberlin Brown tease Shekin's upcoming story. When two of the Bold and the Beautiful's most iconic characters, Deacon Sharp and Sheila Carter, share the screen, you can always expect a whirlwind of drama, deception, and heated emotions. Recently, fans of the long-running soap opera have been buzzing with excitement after hearing about a new chapter in the lives of these two notorious characters. Sean Kanan, who portrays the charming yet troubled Deacon, and Kimberlin Brown, who embodies the notorious villainess Sheila, have teased a major storyline coming our way, leading fans to wonder what kind of explosive drama will unfold in the near future. Dubbed by fans as Shekin, a nickname that fuses the couple's names together. The pairing of Deacon and Sheila has been a hot topic ever since their complex relationship began to develop. Over the years, these characters have crossed paths countless times, but now it seems that their connection is evolving into something more dangerous, complicated, and undeniably unstoppable. There's no denying the electric chemistry between Kanan and Brown, both on and off screen. The duo has been keeping a tight lid on the details of their characters' future storyline, but during recent interviews, they've both dropped subtle hints about what's coming next. Kanan, who plays the well-meaning yet often misguided Deacon Sharp, teased that this new phase of the story will delve into Deacon's complicated feelings for Sheila. Deacon has always had a soft spot for Sheila, Kanan said in a recent interview. She's a wild card, and I think he's drawn to that unpredictability. But as much as he wants to be there for her, he also knows the dangers of being too close to her. Kanan hinted that Deacon's moral compass would be tested more than ever in the upcoming storyline. There's a part of Deacon that believes Sheila has changed, but he's also not blind to the fact that she's dangerous. It's a constant tug-of-war for him. Do you give in to your desires and protect this woman, or do you walk away to protect yourself and others? For Kimberlin Brown, who portrays the calculating and often manipulative Sheila, this storyline represents a new chapter of her character's complex evolution. Sheila is always looking for a way to get what she wants, Brown said. She has a history of creating chaos and destruction, but underneath it all, there's a need for validation and love that she doesn't always know how to handle. Her relationship with Deacon gives her a chance to explore that vulnerable side of herself, but I'm not sure if she can resist her darker instincts. The return of an iconic villain. While Sheila's character has always been synonymous with villainy, there has been a consistent undercurrent of complexity that makes her one of the most compelling characters in soap opera history. Sheila's return to Bold and Beautiful had fans clamoring for more, and this new storyline promises to further explore the psychological depth of this multifaceted character. Sheila has always had a way of worming her way into people's lives and manipulating situations to her advantage, Brown said. But I think with Deacon, it's a little different. There's something more real there, something that makes Sheila question her own motivations and her need for control. But let's be honest, it's still Sheila, so don't expect her to play it straight for too long. It's no secret that Sheila has caused immeasurable damage to nearly every character on Bold and Beautiful over the years. From her dangerous relationships with Eric Forrester and Dr. James Warwick to her history of violent confrontations and betrayals, Sheila has earned her reputation as one of daytime television's most memorable villains. But could this new, unpredictable partnership with Deacon offer her a chance at redemption? Or will she drag him down into the same web of destruction she's so well known for weaving? Deacon's dark side. Will he stay on the straight and narrow? Deacon Sharp has been a fan-favorite character for years, and his complicated moral choices have consistently kept viewers on the edge of their seats. From his troubled past with the Forrester family to his ill-fated marriages and relationships, Deacon's journey has been anything but easy. But his ongoing struggles with his own inner demons have also made him a highly relatable character for many fans. Now, as Deacon is pulled back into Sheila's orbit, Kanan hints that his character will face one of his biggest challenges yet. Deacon's always been torn between doing the right thing and falling into old habits, Kanan shared. Sheila represents everything he's tried to avoid, but there's something magnetic about her. She challenges him in ways no one else can. Deacon's reluctance to fully trust Sheila may be one of the defining elements of this new storyline. He knows she's dangerous, but there's also a part of him that sees a kindred spirit in her, Kanan continued. They're both people who have been misunderstood and have made their mistakes. Deacon wants to believe that there's goodness in her, but at the same time, he knows she's capable of anything. As for whether Deacon will give in to Sheila's manipulations or stay true to his own sense of decency, Kanan teased that viewers will have to stay tuned. It's going to be a roller coaster ride, he promised. You might think you know where this is going, but there are always twists and turns. Deacon is going to have to decide how far he's willing to go for someone like Sheila. Sheila's redemption or ruin? As the two characters inch closer to one another, it remains to be seen whether this storyline will lead to a dramatic clash or the beginnings of an unexpected partnership. Fans have long speculated about whether Sheila will ever find redemption or if she's destined for ruin, a question that has only intensified since her return to the bold and the beautiful.